What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and we are here at the Nerd Castle with the next episode of Shadowrun Dragonfall. In the previous episode, the Crates Bazaar had been attacked, and Dante had done like a Frieza move where he just turned into his final form, which is awesome. I wish that I had a final form. Unfortunately, I was not gifted with one. So anyways, with where we're at in the game right now, we need to go and find Dietrich, even though he's kind of been a douche to us. I mean, I know we got his nephew killed. In fact, we may have pulled the trigger on his nephew himself. In fact, I think we did. But anyways, I guess we'll go rescue him just to show that we're pals. And I thought that pot was on fire for a second. I was like, wow, that lamp is really burning up at the moment. Somebody over-oiled it. What's going on down here? Ah, yes, Dietrich. Whew, that's the nastiest crit I've ever seen in the game. 40 damage, dear God. I don't think Dietrich's gonna... And they hit him with 5 right after so that I couldn't heal it off either. Oh, that's awful. Let's go down with... I think what I need to do... I mean, obviously this guy needs to go. Dietrich's under control. We've got Glory. Let's go ahead and use her adrenal pump so that next turn she's rocking a bit of extra AP. And let's see what we can accomplish right here. I could haste somebody. That is an option, but I've got such a good chance. Why did I only have 1 AP on that turn? That was weird. Odd. Okay, well, let's take Glory in then. Oh, no, that's Iger. That is Iger. Well, some things here could have gone better. The plan is coming to an abrupt and terrible halt. But as long as we kill this guy off, I'm not that concerned. The result is all the same. As long as he dies, I think we're okay. I think I'll occupy this mercenary over here with some of Dante's lovely flaming charms. Yeah, well, he's got bad manners, but luckily he doesn't know how to aim them. Let's move Glory up to here. And everybody's out of cover right now. But that's okay because they didn't provide me with a whole lot to begin with. I would love for him to die. And that would be the way that I would enter into this combat. As long as he dies, I'd be okay, especially since I mismoved Iger. So the rest of the turn would largely be spent trying to make sure that Iger doesn't get blown the hell up. Now, he doesn't have a whole lot of options at this point, aside from running the hell away, which is actually what I think I'm going to have him do. There's no Overwatch available, so I'm just going to have him flee the field like a mangy dog. As I recall in the Shadowrun rules, fire attacks don't hurt hellhounds, and so I don't know if that carries over into Shadowrun Dragonfall, but I remember there being a specific rule where if you try and cast a fire spell on a hellhound, something terrible happens. Like, it just does not work out in your favor. All bad things in the universe are like, hey, you see that guy right there? Let's get him. I think I'll have Iger take some shots at the mage. Yeah, there's 40 damage right there. Definitely an acceptable consummation of the plan. But it sort of makes up for it because she missed everything else. So that's one of those little tiny contingencies that we'll try and work around here. With her 4 AP, I'm going to run up on this guy. And perfection. We managed to land a hit. Not absolute perfection, but slight perfection. Well, I missed the second two at point blank range. Dante's going to get up in here and we'll have him lower his AP until he can't do anything else. Then we'll have him run over here and annihilate this guy. Down he goes. I'm going to have my mage, 3-toe, move into cover, and then we're going to fire some green apple splatters at that guy right there. 20 damage. We are landing the crits today, my friends. We are landing the crits. He's got a Boomona kit, but everything else is kind of... I suppose we can just have him heal himself for the 5. Even though it's not much, it's still something. It takes him from the red into the yellow. And if I know my colors and the way that they are associated in life situations, it's yellow is better than red most of the time. Woohoo! Somebody went straight full auto on me. Alright, well that took me down from pretty much full health down to nothing. I'll take my freebie heal for 5. And then I'll throw a med kit on myself. And that'll leave me with 1 AP remaining. I thought that guy had a pipe to begin with. I guess not. 10 damage done right there. Iger, I would suppose... How's her shot chance looking with the shotty? 64, about the same with everything, so we'll go for that. 34 damage, or I'm sorry, 36 damage done. He is now down and out of my face. I think that was a female, in fact. She is now down and out of my face. And we will go for a final bitey kill right here with Dante. So Dante's away. Awesome. And so the fight is over. Glad to see you all made it here alive. Dietrich straightens, his joints cracking under the strain. He takes a step in your direction, his expression grim. Listen, boss, we've got problems. I saw a group of these jackasses peel off a few minutes ago. They made a beeline for the sewers. They were carrying bombs, Three-Toe. Can't say what they yielded, but they looked big. Unless you fancy living in a crater, I'd suggest that we hightail it down there. Where in the hell is Blitz? He took off with Malit, said something about jamming the attackers' comms. Don't worry about them. We've got to deal with these bombs. Alright, well, let's find our way down to the sewers. I don't know if we do that through the U-Bahn tunnel. Usually they flag up a little yellow... Yeah, there it is right there. So we do it through the U-Bahn tunnel. We'll get moving. I can't guarantee that we won't have any other engagements before we arrive, but I hope that we don't. I mean, I really hope that we don't get into any little menial fights in between here and there. I prefer to avoid it. And let's go on down. Yes, we love to transition to a new location. Of all the things that I would love on the list of things that I would love, because I keep amazing notary-signed documentation on the things that I love, that would be somewhere around the middle of the list, I suppose. You and your team descend into the sewers, footsteps echoing off of the damp stone walls. You barely notice the smell. There's no time to waste. Audrin's team of mercenaries is down here somewhere, racing to plant their explosive charges beneath the keys. The fate of the Kreutz Bazaar is in your hands, and don't think I didn't notice that pun right there. There's no time to waste. We're in a sewer. But anyways, let's truck along. We've got 3 bombs with 11 rounds until they blow up. That's bad. That is a situation. So that means that we're going to need to hustle here. I'm going to use my mage to buff everybody up and make sure that we have loads upon loads of AP. And I'm going to have him sneak into cover right now. Just take a sneaky peek. We will have Iger run ahead. And I think the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to do a loop around this way. Like so. Basically a right-handed loop. Let's continue to move people wide. And I think Dante can make it out to about right there. Looks like we've got a bomb waiting down on our right-hand side. I don't know if I should split up into groups, but with the way the bridge system works over here, I don't know if that's the wisest idea. Let's split it into 2 groups of, I guess, a group of 3 and a group of 2. And since this group's a little bit weaker with regards to their operational efficiency, I'll put this as the group of 3. I am going to medkit Dietrich because he's pretty beat up. And on this side, we have Iger lined up and ready to roll. 72% chance right there on the Vanguard Mercenary, so let's go ahead and send some rounds downfield. God. Alright, well, it's hard not to get frustrated when stuff like that happens right there. I mean, with a 76% chance missing 3 shots in a row, it's a problem, especially when we're on a time limit and we really, really needed those shots to go through. Let's go ahead and slide her into cover. And we'll put Dietrich down here. I'm about to get maged in my face. I didn't realize that was a door right there. I thought that was a closed door. Instead, it's an open archway that we now have to rectify. That mage is the only one that I'm super concerned about. Yeah, so there's what I was worried. He's going to go with aim plus that. I'm going to use my turn to make sure that Glory gets that damage healed. Unless I'm out of range by some horrible misfortune. There we are. And then I need to take a look at his abilities and figure out what he's got for me. He's got Haste, Electrocore, Aim, and Dragon Slayer. I'm going to go with Haste on Glory right now. And we'll also go with Adrenal Pump. And I'm going to rush this mage. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So we got an 18 damage crit right there. We'll burst fire him. And then I think with the remainder, we'll just point blank him to death maybe. There we go. So we've got somebody down. The numbers are now in our favor. I'm going to put Three-Toe. I suppose right there will work out. And then we'll start throwing some acid on this guy. Well, not the best allocation, but it works. Whatever. This guy is wounded, so let's have Dante handle him. On this side, instead of leaving her out of cover, I think I'm going to sneak in and put her in cover. We'll take an aim shot from here. It appears as though she has an auto shotty now. And that's exactly what I was hunting for. Amazing. Couldn't have worked out. Oh, there's another one. Okay, so that could be problematic. Worst case scenario is I doubt there's anything restricting us from bum rushing somebody and basically ensuring that the bomb gets deciphered. Ooh, a big miss right there that I didn't want. Throw 15 damage on him and then use the other AP to heal myself. I don't think I'm going to have the time for a stand-up fight here. So since her AP is rocking right now, I'm going to use it to the best of my abilities to get her into a position to decipher, or I'm sorry, to disable. I keep using the word decipher. I don't know why I'm trying to decipher bombs. It's not like they're written in Latin or anything. On this side, he's got, what is that? Nerve Bolt? What does Nerve Bolt do? I'm going to take the time to move him into full cover, I think. And then with 3-toe, where is the final bomb at? About one. Well, with my remaining... Oh, that's right, I have an adrenal pump now, too. Now that they've got that under control, I'm going to divert to over here, and we're just going to have him swap between groups, maybe. Iger reloads. Oh, no, and I double shot. I didn't realize. I thought that was going to be on a cooldown. Okay. Well, seeing as it is not, let's move her into full cover with the remaining AP that we have. Dante takes a shotgun blast to the face. It's alright, though. Not the prettiest dog to begin with, so a little bit of reconstructive shotgun surgery. Probably not going to leave him any the worse for wear. Let's get rid of that AP. Move him into the room to decipher the bomb. God, decipher the bomb again. I did it again. Disable the bomb. I don't know what it is. My obsession with that word right now. Decipher, decipher, decipher. And with our final amigo laid low, let's get rid of this one. So one bomb down. Over here, let's handle this mercenary. I think her auto fire should be back. Nope, it's not. I didn't want to do it anyways. Let's guarantee a hit right here. Go back, and what else can I do to him? There we go. And so that leaves Dietrich free to disarm this bomb. So 2 are now down, and then we've got about half of our time remaining. So we've got 7 rounds remaining, which if I know anything about drinking, 7 rounds is more than enough for things to get a little bit tipsy. Let's continue moving along, looking for the final bomb, which I guess is going to be in this large room over here. We do have some travel time, unfortunately, which is going to hamstring us slightly. Yep, definitely going to waste a couple turns here. I think we'll probably have about 4 turns left by the time we close the gap here. I think Glory can get there the quickest. It's amazing how far you can move with 5 AP. It's incredible. Simply incredible. He's an old man, so he can't move that far, but we'll do the best with what we have here. It's unfortunate there's no bridge over here. That's really what's hurting us. I actually think putting Iger in position right here might allow her to snipe a little bit. I mean, that could really, really backfire on me. There's no telling. Yep, the lack of a bridge here. Definitely problematic. Get her up to the door, and instead of opening it, have Dietrich move. And a turn right there. Haste should be back up by my count. I'm gonna haste Iger so that she can catch up. Four AP, that's still the best she can do, unfortunately. Continue moving this way. Give Dante a whistle to have him follow along. I always train my dogs to come when I whistle. It's one of my favorite things to teach a dog, because I am a whistler. I love whistling. It's a great thing. Whistling is amazing. Open that door on up. And we'll have Dietrich throw the second haste on Glory. Alright, Glory, this is it. Oh, we've got 2, 3 lined up right there. I guess we'll get into cover. She probably has a grenade around here somewhere. Fortunately, we can't get all 3. Oh, we can. Let's go for that then. And being on target like we are, that is going to deprive them a lot of their AP. And we'll just get started firing away, I guess. Whew. Nastiness. Some bad damage taken on that turn. Some really, really extreme damage. Luckily, we seem to have RNG'd out on the side of the favorable end of RNGesus. So at least in that case, God, this is going to get ugly. I think what I should probably do is Electro Core here. And really hope that he stays on target. Okay, so we've got some damage there. I think I'm gonna go and put a... We'll wait. So I need Iger to be in the room first. And then what we'll do is we'll throw an aim buff on Iger. With 3-2, I'm a little bit scared to enter the fray. But let's see what we can do with Iger first. So Iger, let's get the mage. I definitely want the conjurer down. So I think if we can put that down... Oh, out of ammo at just the wrong second. Okay. Well, we'll reload. Take the shot. There it is. Okay, so we've eliminated 2 enemies with 1 turn. I'm not going to worry about him because he has a Bumona kit. The guy with the assault rifle is problematic. And we don't have a lot of turns to get this done. I suppose I could just run in there and do this. Let's do it. Let's sacrifice somebody to guarantee that we get this done. Okay, so the bombs are defused. We at least don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm going to move 3-toe into some kind of cover. And that leaves Dante. I'm just going to run him in and we'll AoE the best we can. Whew. Every time a mage casts something in this game, I get really, really nervous. I pucker a tiny bit. God, RNGesus on our side right now. I'm gonna go for automatic fire on him. Still not gonna land anything though, which is disappointing, but then we'll try and claw him up a bit. We've got enough AP to get it done. Am I using the proper things right here? Let's stack some bleed damage, that makes me happy. Not gonna matter. Dead anyways. Let's take Dante in and we'll get on this mage finally. Alright. I'm happy with that result. I want to know what... Oh, never mind. That's not... I was going to say, I want to know what Nerve Bolt does, because I've never used it. And I don't want to move over there. Okay, so... RNGesus giveth and RNGesus taketh away, I suppose. Fantastic. Absolutely incredible. Couldn't have hoped for anything better. And now his next turn is forfeit. I don't know, throw aim buffs on somebody. Put it on Glory, I guess, since she's going to be up close and personal with our foes. She took a 25 damage, so I should probably heal her too. Nice mana efficient heal right there. And on the next turn, I think I'm going to let her have the honors. Let's head to the safe house and take care of Paul. Paul has already been taken care of. He found a terrible way to get ahead in life. Definitely ahead of the situation. I don't know how many more head jokes I can make. I mean, there are a lot. He was the head of the targets, I guess. I don't know. There's probably 5 or 6 in there, but I'm going to let them go just because bad puns are not what we do here. No, I'm kidding. Bad puns are exactly what we do here. If indeed you have no amazing joke, go with a pun. The long-standing tradition of comedy. You emerge from the foulness of the sewers only to be met with the equally dark stench of cordite and death. Although you've saved the keys, it is far from unharmed. Residents wander the streets dazed, holding their wounds, tending to others, and observing the damage. The look in their eyes tells the story. Their illusion of safety has been shattered. You enter Paul Amsel's trade emporium knowing what you'll find there. The knowledge doesn't make the discovery any easier. I don't know why you would smell cordite, because cordite is no longer used for firearms. In fact, I don't think cordite's been used for gunpowder since the 1930s or 40s. It's been a while. A little bit of chemistry trivia right there. Cordite, not used for a really, really long time. Still, I see novels and whatnot say that you smell cordite whenever you go into a battlefield, and every time I want to be like, cordite hasn't been used for a very, very long time. Once again, the team gathers around Paul Amsel, but tonight... he has no more missions to offer and no advice to give. His body lies motionless on the hardwood, cooling in the night air. The ruin of his face has been hidden under a burlap tarp. For several minutes, nobody speaks. Finally, Dietrich steps forward. I think we should say something about Paul. There's another moment of silence, then Iger speaks up. I'll go. Iger brings herself to attention and stares straight ahead. Paul Amsel was an important member of this team, and he supported us well. He said what he was going to do, and he did it. That's rare, and it's worthy of respect. She looks down at the body. There's a long pause before she speaks again. Thank you, Paul Amsel, for everything. Another pause and her voice softens. I was out of position when they came for you, and I couldn't save you. I'm sorry. The others shift uncomfortably, not knowing what to say. Glory breaks the awkward moment, her voice a frosty monotone. I appreciate what Amsel did for us. It's another loss, and one that this team can't afford. Glory's eyes sweep across the group, then land on Amsel's body. Her expression is impossible to read. After a moment, she turns her head to look at you. We can say losing people is hard. It's part of the job. He knew the risks. Let's go with the first one. Losing people can be hard, and there's no denying it. Paul was a good one, and he'll be missed. Dietrich nods in agreement and crosses himself. Yeah, he was. Goodbye, Paul. Gott see mit dir. Gingerly, Blitz steps forward. His hair is mussed and there's a fresh bullet hole in his jacket. He smells like smoke and blood and stale sweat. His hands tremble as he takes them out of his pockets. Well, I didn't know Paul as well as the rest of you, but he seemed like a good guy. He shuffles his feet. I didn't want this to happen at any rate. You okay, Blitz? You look like you and Malit saw some action back there. Yeah, his eyes remain fixed on Amsel's body. I'll live. As if in turn, Dante lowers his head sadly and lets out a heavy sigh and closes his eyes. We'll miss you, Paul. Don't worry about the body, I know what to do. Be respectful and be quick. After all, it is only a shell. Paul is with Monica now. We're all going to be with Monica soon if we don't do something. The Firewing came after us once. She'll do it again. And she doesn't care if she brings down the entire keys to get us. I can't argue with that. While Firewing lives, the Kreutz Bazaar is at risk. Our friends, our home, everything that Monica and Paul fought to protect, they'll all be destroyed if we don't put an end to her first. Come on, everyone. Let's get a look at that optical chip. I want to see what we're dealing with. I think I'm going to break the episode off here. Give you guys a little bit of a cliffhanger in the sadness and the dour aura of the situation. Paul is now dead, and looking into the next episode, we need to get ourselves fitted up to take on a dragon. If you're familiar with the lore of Shadowrun, this is no small task, and it's something that really would be a feat of legendary strength if we can pull it off. I'll see you guys in the next episode, and be safe out there in the shadows, chummers.